On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at Neca Cult Classics Hall of Fame, Michael Myers. This Michael Myers features a pumpkin, knife, and removable sheet. You'll notice probably looking at the package that something seems missing. The reason for that is my Michael Myers actually is out. I took him out earlier and I've always had him on display without the sheet. Now that I've opened up the Evolution of Evil 2-pack, I probably will keep that Michael out, and then I'll probably put the sheet on the other Michael that, or the Michael that came with this, I'll probably put the sheet on him now. In the way of packaging, we get the clamshell that we're always familiar with with Neca. On the side there we get the Halloween poster, which I always liked because I thought it was neat with the blade, and then the idea is that the hand and the blade transitioned over to the shape of the pumpkin, which I don't know, does everybody know that? Now you do. Says the night he came home. And then there's a nice picture of Michael along the bottom. On the back, we've got the other characters from the Hall of Fame wave. So we've got Eric Draven the Crow. We've got Michael Myers with Bob Sheet. And then we also have House of a Thousand Corpses. I don't remember this guy's name. Yes, I do. It's Captain Spaulding, I think. It's been so long ago since I saw House of a Thousand Corpses. I didn't mind the movie. It's a little twisted, but it wasn't a bad movie. But there we have Michael Myers in the sheet. A little read up here. It says, on Halloween night in 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers unexpectedly murdered his 17-year-old sister Judith. As a minor, Michael was sentenced to Smith Grove Warren County Sanitarium, where he remained locked away for 15 years. On Halloween night in 1978, Michael Myers escaped the sanitarium and returned home to Haddonfield to resume his murderous rampage. What is lying behind Michael's eyes is purely and simply evil, as said by the Sam Loomis in the movie, played by Donald Pleasance. Great movie, always one of my favorites. So there we have the packaging on the night he came home, Michael Myers. What we'll do is we'll open this guy back up and we will have a closer look at Michael Myers. You know, with this Michael on my new black background here, it almost does look like the ghost is levitating on its own. I don't know if you can even make out Michael's legs there. But here we have Michael. He's out of the packaging. I've got the sheet on right now, as you can see. If you had smell-o-vision or smell-o-internet right now, you would smell this really, really strong rubber smell on this sheet. It is a really strong smell, and I'm trying to remember, trying to figure out what that smells like. I remember that smell when I was younger. It's almost like some of the character erasers that used to come out, like the Transformers erasers. As I'm sitting here getting high off this rubber cape, or this rubber sheet here. A lot of detailing was put in the sheet. I mean, again, it's this rubber plastic, so you get a lot of. I mean, there's flexibility as well in the sheet. I always keep saying cape, but you get a lot of flexibility in the sheet. A lot of folds and little nooks and crannies there, and then of course we've got Bob's glasses on the sheet. For those who have seen Halloween, this is from the scene where Linda's laying in bed and she says to Bob, "Go get me a beer." And he comes back, but it ain't Bob. It's good old Michael hiding under the sheet here. And well, we know what happens to Linda. You could say Michael reached out and touched her. That really sounds wrong, but yeah, so there we have Michael with the sheet. Before we get the sheet off, the accessories that he comes with aside from the sheet is the pumpkin. Now, if you've seen my Evolution of Evil set, this is the exact same pumpkin that came with that set. The only difference is even though there's a battery compartment that you can change the battery, and there is still the switch, they've disabled the light up feature on this pumpkin, which I don't know why, because I mean, if it's the same pumpkin, why not just go through the the full motion and release the pumpkin with the same light up feature, but they have taken the light up feature out, so all we're stuck with is the pumpkin. He also comes with his butcher knife, which has a little bit of wear to it, which is nice. It's not just a straight silver blade. And then you got the handle there going on. We put the knife down here. What we'll do is we'll take the sheet off on Michael. And it's not much of a surprise, really, because, I mean, you already know what he looks like underneath. If you've seen my Evolution of Evil set, the sheet comes off. And then underneath we've got a nice Michael Myers. As I commented in the Evolution of Evil, the head is a little different on this Michael than it is than on the Evolution of Evil. The head is a little slimmer, and it almost doesn't seem to have as much detailed sculpt in the actual head. I think possibly the reason why this is a little more narrow is just to accommodate the sheet. Maybe for that reason. I don't know, maybe, not unless they just wanted to resculpt the figure itself. The figure's articulation is that there's articulation in the neck. The neck does give you a free range of movement. There's articulation in the shoulders. There's articulation in the elbow. You get that kind of gimp rotation. I've never liked this rotation. I would have been nice if it was just a bend at the elbow. But no articulation in the waist, nothing from the waist down. There is some slight articulation in the feet, but I almost think it stems from the way the figure was assembled and not so much the fact that they intended on articulation. But there you have Michael. A lot of sculpt and detail was put in the costume itself, and he does also hold his knife very well, like that. So overall, I mean, it's a nice figure. If you are a collector of the Halloween Michael Myers like I am, this is probably now the third Michael that you own in your collection. And yeah. So again, because I've opened up the Evolution of Evil Michael, probably what I will end up doing is I'll probably keep this Michael with the sheet on. Just because if not, you're just, you know, you can only have so many Michaels that look the same on your shelf. But there you have a toy spot on Neca Cult Classics Hall of Fame, Michael Myers with Bob Sheet. And with that, I will see you guys next time.